Welcome back to the Coach Momentum podcast. It's Karen Capello. Today I want to talk about something I see almost everywhere in the coaching industry. You're creating content when you should be creating demand. Coaches are creating more content than ever before. More LinkedIn posts, more newsletters, videos, podcasts, articles, social media. AI makes this very easy. Yet many coaches tell me the same thing. Karen, people are liking my content. They enjoy my posts. They say my insights are valuable. And then they lower their voice a little and say, but very few conversations are coming from it. If you've experienced that, you're certainly not alone. In fact, I think it's one of the most common frustrations among coaches today. You put the time into creating something thoughtful. You share your perspective and expertise. People engage and comment. They tell you they enjoyed it. And yet, your calendar remains surprisingly quiet. The natural conclusion is, I need to create better content. I need a stronger hook. I need more engagement or a better algorithm strategy. Maybe. Yet I want to suggest something different. What if the issue isn't your content? What if the reason is that your content isn't connected to a clear and compelling offer? Think about it this way. Content is designed to create attention. Offers are designed to create action. And those are two different jobs. Many coaches are asking content to do the work that only an offer can do. I remember speaking with a coach who was publishing consistently, thoughtful posts, smart insights. She got great engagement. People regularly commented and even shared her stuff and complimented her work. Yet very few people reached out to explore working together. As we looked at her content, something became obvious. Her expertise was visible. Her offer was not. Readers were learning from her, but they weren't seeing a pathway to engage with her. That's an important distinction. Content creates awareness. Your offer creates momentum. Content creates interest. Your offer creates a decision. Content opens doors. Your offer invites people to walk through them. Many coaches spend months trying to improve their content when what actually needs improvement is the offer behind the content. Let's look at a simple example. Imagine someone writes a post about leadership confidence. The post is insightful, people enjoy reading it, they agree, they comment, then what? What's the next logical step? What's the invitation? What's the outcome? Why should someone move from reader to prospective client? Often those questions remain unanswered and momentum disappears. One of the biggest shifts I made in my own business was realizing that content is not the biggest driver of business. Although I do put content out, of course. Conversations are the business. Relationships and clients are the business. Content supports those. Unfortunately, many coaches spend so much time creating content that they unintentionally reduce the amount of time they're spending creating conversations. Think about how many hours you've spent this month planning posts, editing, rewriting, scheduling, and analyzing your posts. Now compare that to the number of time you've been in meaningful conversations that you've initiated. For many coaches, the ratio is surprisingly lopsided. And here's what makes this especially important. When your offer is clear, content becomes easier. You stop wondering what to write about or trying to appeal to everyone. Instead, your content naturally attracts people who are experiencing a specific challenge because you're speaking directly to that challenge. This is one of the hidden benefits of a clear specialty and a clear offer. Content suddenly becomes more focused, more relevant, and more compelling. because you're specializing in solving a clear problem. So let's go back to the coach we discussed earlier. The coach helping everyone with leadership, communication, mindset, team effectiveness, executive presence. What should she write about? Everything? That's overwhelming. Now imagine she has a clear specialty in helping underperforming teams meet their quarterly goals. Suddenly, she knows exactly who she's talking to. She knows what keeps those people up at night. She knows what challenges they're facing and what outcomes they want. And because she knows those things, content becomes simpler. The positioning underneath the content is what drives revenue. The offer underneath the content drives revenue. The message underneath the content drives revenue. The market is asking a very simple question. Why should I pay attention? A clear offer answers that question immediately. And once that happens, content becomes far more effective. Now, I want to be very clear. I'm not suggesting you stop creating content, okay? Don't go back and say, I'm going to stop. Content matters. It builds trust. It creates visibility. It demonstrates your expertise. It allows people to get to know you. But content is not a substitute for a compelling offer or conversations. In fact, one of the most useful questions you can ask yourself is this: does my content naturally lead someone toward a conversation, or does it simply educate them? Because education alone doesn't always create action. It creates consumption. People read, learn, and then they move on. I know this. I have a master's in higher education. I'm an educator. I had to learn to focus my content differently. If I can learn that, anyone can. What really creates action is helping someone see both the opportunity and the path forward. That's where your offer becomes incredibly important. Your offer connects the insight you're sharing today to the outcome your client wants tomorrow. Without that bridge, content can feel disconnected. With that bridge, your content becomes a powerful client attraction tool. This is why I believe many coaches who think they have a marketing problem actually have an offer gap. They're creating valuable content, they're demonstrating expertise, they're showing up consistently, yet the offer underneath the content isn't creating enough clarity, relevance, or momentum to inspire them to action. And the solution isn't necessarily more content. The solution is a stronger foundation underneath the content, a clearer specialty, clearer offer, clearer outcome. Because when those pieces are in place, content stops feeling like a full-time job. Oh, what a relief. And it starts becoming a natural extension of your business. As we wrap up today's episode, I'd like to leave you with a simple question. If someone read your last 10 pieces of content, would they know exactly who you help, what results you help them create, and how to take the next step? If the answer is no, there may be an offer gap hiding underneath what appears to be a content gap. And that's good news, because clarity is something you can create. And once you do, everything else becomes easier. Next time, we're going to talk about another challenge many coaches experience. They receive referrals, people know they're talented, and send opportunities their way, yet their revenue remains inconsistent. And there's a reason for that. In our next episode, you'll find out what it is. Thank you for being a coach and supporting others to be the highest versions of themselves. We're here to help you do the same.